Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
But he's driving down the California highway and I'm laughing so fucking
I
hard
know!
because he has no headlights. His headlights are
And
working.
he's terrified.
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we're two ladies of a certain age and I would not be climbing my ass into a bunk bed. I don't know about you.
Heck no. That's crazy. And I remember you saying last week that they shared a room, and I never in a million years thought that they would actually put these people in fucking bunk beds. Like, what are they doing?
That they would be treating our beloved seniors this
know.
way is a
It's pretty
travesty.
rough. It's
Yeah,
rough.
It's rough. So Steph and I are here today to talk Golden Batch, but before we do that, I want to tell you something I did yesterday.
Ooh, tell me.
You're
Oh,
going to
I'm
relate
scared.
to this, I think.
Okay.
And I'm sure you've done it yourself.
Okay.
I needed to get out of the house, so I decided to go to Home Goods, which
Wish you called me.
I'm on the hunt for a bathroom rug. Whatever. That's neither
Aw.
here nor there. So I'm driving down the highway and I hear a song that comes on that reminds me of when my kids were little. It's that cake song that we play all the time. And I start sobbing like someone just died.
Oh.
Sobbing. And then I realized, like, do you remember a few weeks ago we came across that clip from Modern Family where Jay talks about how, like, when you're raising kids, you meet all these different people, like, they're all these different versions of them, and then they're gone. So, like, for example, think about how your boys were as toddlers. That's gone. You'll never see those people again. Think
Yeah,
about how
thanks
your
for the
boys were
reminder.
think about how your boys were when they were 10. That person is gone. You will never know them again.
Guys,
And like
welcome
Jay
to
was
the podcast where Amy just makes you cry.
and Jay was saying, like, you mourn the loss of each of those people.
I know.
And then, eventually the final person that they are, like the adult version of themselves, is the one that leaves you. And like I was sobbing. And then
I
I
hate
thought,
this.
like, I was thinking to myself, I remember when my girls were born, like my dad said to me, just be ready to have your heart broken every day as a parent. And I didn't know
So
what he was
true.
talking about. But now it's like, it just occurs to me that, and I think a little of this thought process was sparked by watching this show, because they talk
Oh,
about grief so much,
yeah, they
is
do.
like how much grief there is in parenting. You know what I mean?
That's
Like,
true.
it's to be a parent is to just accept the fact that you are going to grieve a lot.
Every day for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Pretty
And it's
much.
like, it's so weird, isn't it? And so
It
I was
is
like
really
crying,
weird.
going to Home Goods, like my face is all swollen.
Oh,
So that was my night.
Lord. I mean, I get it.
It was really upsetting. And I thought maybe I should write an essay about that, like
Oh, please
motherhood and
don't.
grief.
Because then I'm going to have to read it and then I'm going to cry.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is the way my brain works. That's like when I discovered that song, No Hard Feelings by the Avett Brothers, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
played it and drove around and cried every time for
Yeah, no.
like months.
Yeah, no. Nope, we don't need another one of those.
Guys,
Oh,
I
God.
actually went to therapy and was telling my therapist, Janet, like, you need to help me. I can't stop listening to this song and crying. Here's how bad it got. I was playing the song for her in therapy.
You were not. Was Janet like, I need to know what her advice was?
Well, she was like, obviously there's something in this song that like moves you. So let's think about it. And we were
Yeah.
like trying to isolate it. I don't know. It's
Oh,
so weird.
God.
I'm so weird.
We're all weird. It's okay. We
Oh.
accept it here.
What else did I want to tell you?
We hold space for all kinds in this podcast.
I guess we do.
Uh,
Because I'm just fucking weird.
Same.
Guys, if you haven't already, check out our Sister Wives coverage. We're dropping that. Oh, I know what I want to tell you.
Ooh, okay.
Cody Brown spotted at a restaurant
No.
with an alcoholic beverage next to
Kenna.
his plate.
Was this the first time?
I don't think we have photographic evidence of him drinking before.
No, probably not.
Mm-mm.
But I do think that they've talked about it occasionally.
Well, we know Mary drinks,
Yeah.
but
Interesting.
And what'd you think of Christine get married?
I love it. She looked so happy.
She looked so happy. Could you
So
imagine
amazing.
what a difference it is between her first wedding and this one?
No. I cannot. And I don't ever want to, because the idea of polygamy is enough to make me want to drive my car right off a cliff. I could never do it.
You couldn't do it.
Never. I'm too jealous.
I could totally do it. I could do it.
You know how jealous I am. There's no way.
I could do it.
Fighting bitches every day. There's no way.
Well, here's the thing though. Like, I think I could do it.
I think you could.
If somebody helped me raise my kids.
Yeah. No, but dude, like, I really do think that out of both of us, you would definitely be the one that would make it work before I could. I would be horrible at that. Horrible at it.
I've grown to be pretty possessive of Timmy. I don't know if I could do it now. Could I have done it 10 years ago? I think so.
I don't know.
When my kids were young, I think I could have done it.
Maybe. I don't know.
Like,
I can't.
You want to have sex with my husband? Are you going to drive my kids to school for a week? Okay.
I know, right?
Now I don't know if I could do it. I'll be very honest with you. Timmy could never do it.
No.
Never, ever, ever. He thinks I'm high maintenance.
Yeah, no, he has no fucking idea. He has no idea how great his life actually is.
No, he could never do it. Mm-mm.
He has no clue.
No.
No clue.
No. All right.
All right.
So let's talk about Golden Bachelor.
Mm-hmm.
It's episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
They just call it like week 2.
Yeah, I know, right?
So I've been giving it names. Like last episode, I named Gerry is a Glampa.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm going to name this one. Maybe broken hips, bunk beds. I don't know.
Bunk beds and titanium knees.
You know what I'm going to call it? The sock hop, because I feel like that's what they go to. Okay.
You're right. Yes.
So the women are heading into the mansion and they're exploring their sleep quarters, and there are some bunk beds, and one of the women's, okay, I think I'm going to try to identify which woman said this. It's Kathy. Kathy's a little spicy.
Okay.
She's got a little spice to her. And she's like, I have 2 knee replacements. I am not climbing on a fucking bunk bed.
Yeah.
Why do the people at MILF Manor get beautiful suites and a whole resort to themselves?
I don't know.
And they are putting our precious seniors
in
dorms,
but
essentially.
This is infuriating.
So
it's infuriating.
It's infuriating.
It's infuriating. I have no other words.
I love how they're talking about, like, I have to pee every 5 minutes. I have to be near the bathroom.
I know.
Ding, ding, ding.
I know.
Scene.
I know.
I must go to the bathroom 17 times a night.
I don't do that, but like, all right, last night I did have to change twice in the night because I was having hot flashes. It's
there
gross.
There you go. Okay.
Gross.
So, well, these women are way past their hot flash stage, but now they're just peeing and rubbing their fake knees. So now Jesse pops in, and this is hilarious because he has a date card, and one of the women, I forget who it is, doesn't know how this game is played, which I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either.
So she's going to him, what is that? What is that? And all the other women seem to know.
I couldn't tell if that was like, if she was doing that on purpose because she was just trying to be like annoying, or if she actually didn't know. I couldn't tell.
I feel like it's probably Kathy doing it. But she was like, what is that? What is that? And Jesse's like laughing, and he's going, it's a date card. And she's like, are you going to open it? He's like, no, you guys open it. Like, he's like, watch the show, dipshit. I'm out of here.
And I'm like, oh, okay.
So the card is addressed to Theresa, and she's thrilled, but now we get the story of her Billy.
I know. That was sad.
Billy was the love of her life, and she doesn't know if she could find love again. She said they were married when they were 18.
I know.
And now she's getting ready, and Kris Jenner is doing her hair. And Kris Jenner is, I forget her name. Let me see.
Her name is Susan. Kris
Okay.
Jenner is Susan.
Okay, so Susan's like, Teresa's like, curl my hair this way. And Kris Jenner's like, I've been a hair salon lady for 30 years, bitch. I'm doing the curls the way I want to do them. You're getting some Robin Brown curls.
I know, I caught that. Do you know who Theresa reminds me of? I gotta look that up. What is, there's that movie with the guy, it's like a horror movie, and he's got like the scary things on his cheeks. Saw?
Oh, Saw, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
she reminds you of the guy from Saw?
Yeah, hold on. Christ. Is that him? Yes!
Oh my God.
Him. Ew, I'm scared of it.
Who reminds you of this?
Theresa. Look up the Saw guy and then look at Theresa.
No, she does not.
The fuck she does.
She does not.
She does, everybody.
I'm invalidating that opinion.
Okay, well, I'm right. So
now, oh shit, Gerry shows up and I forgot to ask Timmy what kind of car that was.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he would know.
It was a cute one.
It was cute. But he's driving down the California highway and I'm laughing so fucking hard because he has no headlights. His headlights are working.
He's terrified. And her poor hair, like why was the top down if they were getting on the freeway, you guys?
The truckers are driving.
Guys, this was so bad. Amy.
He's going 10 miles an hour on like the 5.
I know, it's so bad. And
everybody is blowing their horns at him like, I think he's on the PCH. I don't know where he is.
I don't know, but it was so bad. And you can tell.
Like the trucker blows their horns and fly past.
Oh, I'm gonna bust a stitch. Don't make me laugh.
and she's white knuckled on him. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna die.
You guys. All right, so I'm just gonna throw this out because I don't know that I could get through this. Speaking of ladies of a certain age, I had a hysterectomy on Friday. And it hurts to laugh. So please.
I don't give a shit. You buckle up and you laugh at this shit.
Oh my God. Not only was he terrified, why were they in a convertible if they were going on the freeway?
And why
had no one thought about this?
Him over and fix his headlights.
Fix the headlight or put the top up. Like her poor hair, she didn't know what to do. She was just like, oh. And then he was like, oh, you put your hand on my shoulder and it meant so much. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, imagine how scared you are that a stranger puts their hand on your shoulder and it's the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. Like, what? These poor people. I was scared for them.
It was so hilarious.
I can't laugh. Oh my
I
God,
had to rewind and watch it 10 times.
It was really funny.
Because you could see in his face, he's trying not to panic.
I know. And he's like white knuckling the steering wheel. And she's like, oh.
He's like, I have no headlights.
Oh, this was like so adorable and so sad.
So they get off the exit and somebody fixes his headlights because when he pulls up to Cadillac Jack's, he's got headlights on.
So bad.
So they show up and it's like a good old fashioned sock hop. I don't know why I felt that way, but I did. And he says he was serving fries and milkshakes when he first owned restaurants. So this dude has owned restaurants a very long time.
I guess so. I mean,
I think he is like guys, come at us if you know what restaurants he owned.
He owned like
he's
a
like a
Peach
McDonald's.
No, I bet he owned like a Peach Pit.
Oh, like Nate?
Like a 90210 Peach Pit.
Nat. You think he was like Nat owning the Peach Pit? Maybe.
Yep. Can't you see him in a Peach Pit? I totally can. He has
I
that
could.
personality.
Or like an
But you're
Arnold's
right.
place. Yes.
Yeah. But I
Yep.
could also kind of see him in a McDonald's. And I hate admitting that. I can't laugh.
So they sit down and she tells Gerry the story of Billy dying. And it's really dramatic and really sad.
It was
Like,
sad.
he had some kind of kidney issue. He was on the list
Yeah.
for a transplant. He was waiting. She said she talked to him, and while she was at work, he took a turn for the worse, and he died while she was like running. She ran to his bedside, and then he died.
I know, it was sad.
And
Really sad.
Gary's like, he's tearing up, and
I
he's
know.
like, this is the worst thing ever.
I
And
know.
we learned that Billy has been dead almost 9 years. Now, Gerry
Yeah.
tells the camera, for once, he didn't feel like breaking down and crying, and he felt like he was talking with someone who understands what it feels like to lose a spouse.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
they both agree at this age, we should not waste any time. And Gary's like, I figured out Gerry has the affect of Mr. Rogers.
Oh.
So he's kind of like, well, golly gee, that kind of thing.
You're
Like,
right.
aren't you friendly? And
Yeah.
he's like,
Oh, you're right.
gee
Oh,
whiz, I like you a lot.
that
Like he
kind
does the Mr.
of
Rogers
is
thing.
a little bit
Mhm,
yucky, though.
mhm.
I don't like that, but you're right.
Yeah. Poodle and Maddie are covering this show, and they say he talks like Kermit the Frog.
Oh, my Lord. Kermit.
So they share a milkshake, and Theresa gets all like hyper over wanting to learn Italian and go to Italy. He gets all boned up. It's all exciting.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, dinner erupts in a flash mob singing Journey's Don't Stop Believing.
And then they were suddenly like doing a choreographed dance in the
Yeah.
parking lot. Oh,
Yeah,
what?
it was a flash mob.
Yeah, that was
And
bizarro.
well, here's the funny thing. She knew what it was called, and I didn't. I was writing, oh my God, what is happening? They're breaking out in choreographed dance. And then she said, it's a flash mob. I was like, oh, right. I forgot flash mobs existed. They
I
did.
know.
Mhm.
Oh, Lord.
So I have so many questions about this. Number one, are these real cooks and waitresses trained to sing and dance, or is it the reverse? Are they taking like trained actors and dancers and singers and making them cook? Because somebody cooked those French fries.
I bet it's a little bit of both. Where are they again? Are they
California.
They're in California.
They're in LA, it looks like.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. But like
I wonder if it's like the Starlight Diner in New York.
that's what I was thinking too. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Yeah, so I'm wondering, I don't know. All I know is we have a place around here called Johnny Rockets. Have you been?
Yeah.
We are promised this type of experience at Johnny
It
Rockets.
doesn't
It
happen.
never happens.
No, it's bullshit.
Those assholes are pissed off.
Yep.
Your shit is burned.
Yep.
There's long lines. They don't do this kind of shit.
I was there once like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But
so at the end of the day, Gerry whips out a rose and he hands it to Theresa. And she's like, oh, this rose means more to me than Billy. I don't know, whatever.
Oh my gosh,
She didn't
poor
say that,
Billy.
but you know what I mean.
Poor Billy.
Okay. Now we're going on a group date. Group date.
Oh man, this group date is like, it's a weird, it's so bizarre.
Stephanie's texting me last night and she's like, this show is so cringy. I'm like, I
Right?
love it. I'm
I
here
know.
for it. I love it. I'm loving the show. And part of the reason I love it so much is I think they're having great conversations around grief. I really do.
Yeah, they are. They definitely are. Yep.
So Gary's in a photo shoot and 12 women are coming out there and they're going to do a romance novel cover shoot with Franco.
You guys.
Who is apparently a Bachelor regular, and I'm here for Franco.
Same.
I want to hang out with him.
But, well, obviously, he would be a lot of fun. We would totally get along with him. Nothing was funnier to me, though, than how pissed, what's her name?
What was her name?
Oh,
no.
Leslie. Leslie was so pissed off that she didn't get the 60s outfit. And this was so fucking hilarious to me.
I agree.
I can't, you guys. Like, what if I'm still pissed off over who's getting the better outfit when I'm like 70? I don't want to be that way.
Well, and if Leslie will not let this go, which we see she won't,
She doesn't.
She's not going to let a lot of things go.
I know.
Yeah. So there's different decades. They dress up. It's fun. You know, some of the women are like kissing them. Other ones are like showing leg, whatever.
Oh.
Then they do what?
No, go ahead.
Then they do wedding dress stuff.
I know.
And Nancy puts on a wedding dress and she starts sobbing about
I
her
know.
husband, Mark. I mean, I don't
I
know how to
know.
watch this show with a dry eye. I
I know, I
really
don't
don't.
either. No, that was really sad. 'Cause I
She
was like,
says,
"Aw," like,
it's been,
imagine.
I
It's
know,
been 30 some years, and that is sad.
it's been 12 years since Mark died. And she says marrying him was the best day of her life. And she
Yeah.
kind of goes, it was the best day of my life besides having my 3 kids. But even then, it was still the best day. She kind of
Yeah.
throws those kids under the bus a little bit.
I mean, do you blame her?
I mean,
I
they might all be in
appreciate
jail. Who knows?
dude, I appreciate the honesty
Me too.
because she's saying what everyone else doesn't say.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So she really misses him, and she's like real distant during their photo shoot and stuff. So Gerry pulls her aside later, and he's like, I feel like we're missing one another. We're not connecting. What's going on? And she tells him that the dress evokes so many good memories. So then Gerry tells her that he was walking down the street and smelled cinnamon rolls one time, and they reminded him of his wife. And then he says, quote, "The smell got me hard." And I
Oh
was like,
my
where are we
lord.
going with this?
Oh my
He
god.
says, "The smell got me as hard as the dress got you." And I was like, oh, okay, Gerry, you might want to work on phrasing. Like Archer. Are we doing phrasing? Phrasing. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words. I actually believe that that was pretty accurate because I think that that's how grief happens.
I know.
Like you just get a hit of something.
I know. You're
But
right.
I
It
hate
was
cinnamon
just
so much. If I got a waft of cinnamon, I would like my stomach would turn.
I don't hate it, but I don't know. It was super dorky.
Dude, he is super dorky.
I know.
I mean, I don't know where they got this guy from,
I don't
but
either. The
good
peach
job.
pit. It stopped at the peach pit.
So Nancy says, sometimes grief comes out of nowhere and there is joy in remembering, but I still have hope moving forward. And she
Mhm.
tells the camera, this was a huge step, Gerry and I sharing these stories, and I feel better, and I think he made me feel better.
Hmm.
Now, I just have Gerry get some one-on-one time with different women. We see like a montage of things. Leslie starts to cry and tells him that when she was giving her speech about him, she made sure to get that in there. When
Uh-huh.
I was giving my toast to you,
Uh-huh.
um, I started to cry because, you're so great. And he goes, well, gosh, that's awfully sweet of you to say. Like I'm telling you, it's Fred Rogers.
Ah,
Gerry gives Nancy the rose out of that date. Now, it's the next day.
I didn't see that coming.
Gerry pulls up, he has a vintage Bronco. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah. My kids want one of those, and Timmy's like, no, not happening.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Your kids do.
Yes. Penelope, specifically.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So weird. I need
So
to know more about that.
he heads into the house, and the women are not around. Obviously, they're throwing a surprise party for him because it's his
Obviously.
birthday.
I know.
So Chris
He's
Jenner
like,
jumps on.
hello? Is anybody here?
Where'd
Hello?
everyone go? Is there kids at home when you feel lonely? Maybe your friends have just gone away. So Chris Jenner now jumps out of the cake and she pulls Gerry aside immediately and starts talking about how much she cooks a gabagool. And I can say that because I'm Italian. She's cooking the gabagool with the spices and the
I know.
meatballs. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know. And I'm so distracted by her denture situation.
Her teeth are wild.
I don't know if they're either dentures or she has like veneers, and they're really bad.
I
And
never
I hate
make fun
saying
of
that.
I never make fun of bad teeth just because I know how
Mm,
dental access in this country is.
I know.
And let me tell you something, when you go on Medicare, they
Oh,
don't
forget
cover
it.
dental stuff.
I know they don't. I know that.
So, but this is the opposite because I feel like she did work on these teeth
She 100% did, and they're
and they're
terrible.
too big. They're too
Yes.
big for her mouth. So, April is a little spunky. I kind of like April. We get a little taste of her in
April. Which
here.
one? Oh, April. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes, yes.
She doesn't cook. She's like, I don't cook. I decorate a man's life.
I know. I know.
And then she's like, I wonder how Gerry likes his wiener about the hot dogs.
Ew, right? That was so weird. And how about they just showed, like, a clip of, like, a whole bunch of wieners on a grill, and
I
they weren't
know.
even, like, lined up nice, they were just, like, thrown on there.
They
I was
were
like,
like
"This
something
is,
out
like,
of the Sims video game when you're cooking on the grill, just yeah.
so bad." I was like, "Damn, if I was cooking those dogs, they'd be all lined up because my OCD would not allow that."
Oh,
That's
now
all I could think of.
do you do the grilling or does Patrick?
Patrick. But, I mean, I will,
Yeah.
but, you know.
I'm afraid to light the grill,
Oh,
so
no, I'm
Timmy
not.
always has to light the grill
Okay.
because of the time he burned my eyebrows off.
I do remember that.
Yes,
You
so
know.
not anymore. I'm not getting
No.
my face near a grill.
No, I wouldn't either.
So I will say to him, "Can you start the grill?" And then sometimes he'll cook, sometimes I'll cook, it depends. But
Hmm.
I'm not a good grill cooker. I don't do well on it.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No, I mean, I can do it, but I don't really like to. It's
No,
too
because you have
hot.
to stand out there and
And it's
watch it, and
hot.
you have 85 other things going on, like,
I
you're trying
know.
to get the corn on the cob ready, you're trying to do this, what
I know.
oh, that's what I meant to ask you. Christine had corn on the cob at her wedding.
I saw that. What did you
Yeah.
think about that?
Guys,
Alright,
I don't know how you guys eat corn on the cob, but it is a fucking shit show over here at my house, like,
yes.
stuff is spraying out of your mouth, little
Yes.
bits of butter are all over
And
everything,
little kernels just
it's
going
not
their way.
attractive, nothing is
No.
attractive about eating a corn on the cob.
No, it's not, but
Mm-mm.
it is so good. I do love it so much.
I
Like,
love it so much too.
I love it, and I get why you would want it. I do think that it was a weird choice for
Yeah,
a
like,
wedding.
you could have done corn that
Yes.
the chef takes off the
Off the
cob,
cob, right, and, like,
same
done
effect.
some kinda like a street corn thing would have been
Mhm,
cool,
mhm, mhm.
but, I mean, I
Anyway,
guess they were just doing real basic shit.
and then did you get this? Faith, who, is the singer and shit from last week, she pulls Gary aside and she's like, "I'm so intimidated." She's like doing this passive
Mm,
aggressive thing. "I'm
mhm.
so intimidated by these beautiful women who are so high maintenance when, I just like to drink out of a hose and bathe in a creek."
Yeah, like, what?
What?
Okay, lady.
Okay.
First of
Go
all,
home.
yeah.
Go to the
Mm-mm.
creek.
Go to I mean, I know. I have nothing to say.
Okay.
That's mean, so I'm just not gonna say it.
Joan and Gary are hanging out on her bunk bed. Now, Joan is showing her physical prowess, jumping up on that bunk bed. Let's get a look at Joan and see how old she is. She's got to
She's
be one of the
60.
60s. Yep. So she's 60 years old. She looks 47.
Yeah, she looks young.
I'm like, who is this woman? She looks better
Yes.
than I do. How do I get
Yeah.
that look?
Yes.
And she's talking about her husband dying and what it's like to move on and celebrate a birthday without your spouse. And she does look like Beth Stern. She's the one that you were
She
saying looked like Beth
does.
Stern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really beautiful.
And Gary's like all into her and he's sitting like
I know.
crisscross applesauce up on that bed. They're like two teenagers getting into some
They're at, like,
mischief.
in summer camp.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Like, I just want them to hold, like, a flashlight and sit under the blankets.
I wanted them to kind of bang or at least dry hump a little bit up there.
Oh!
Dude, you have to
Oh!
prepare yourself. We're gonna see some shit here.
You think?
And his
I
grandchildren,
don't
what
think
are
I'm
their names?
prepared.
Charlie
Charlie
and
and Peyton? Am I
Peyton,
making
maybe?
that
I
up?
don't know. Peyton Brown, are you?
I
Peyton
don't know.
Brown, are you?
I do think it's Peyton, right?
I don't
I
know.
do remember Charlie. All right. Well, we're just gonna go with it. It's Peyton.
Okay. His granddaughters need to be protected.
Oh,
I
I
mean, they can't.
know.
They're sitting at home. They're bragging to their friends. My grandpa's gonna be on the Golden Bachelor. My grandpa's gonna be on TV. And then these elementary school kids, which these girls are like 20, they're not in elementary school. These friends of theirs are turning this on and they're seeing these older people going at it. And it's like,
So
whoa.
it's really uncomfortable. And why is it? Like, I hate admitting that it is because it shouldn't be.
No, it can't be as uncomfortable as MILF Manor, but I still feel like,
That I did not watch. Did you watch all of
oh,
it?
of course I did. Of
Oh, of
course I
course you
did. I'm a trash
did.
pile of a human. All
I'm a
right.
trash pile.
So now we have Ellen, the pickleball coach.
Mhm.
pickleball, right? How about
Yeah.
we were at our cider place this weekend and the owner says, "Oh, we went to play pickleball for the first time."
Yeah. Why
And
is
I'm
this a
like,
thing all
"Well,
of a
well,
sudden?
this is, you crossed the bridge of 60. That's pickleball
Yeah,
territory."
it is. I've
So
never even really heard of it until, like,
s
recently, I
so
feel
the
like.
way she explained it is it's on half of a tennis court,
Okay.
and the net is lower than a tennis net, and you have paddles, and the ball is more like a wiffle ball in feel. That's
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
I'm
know.
not interested.
Mm-mm.
Still not. Nope.
So she I'm not interested in any sport.
Yeah, no,
Mm.
moving along.
So, she has a one-on-one with Gerry, and he gives her a framed print of their fake wedding picture. This
I
was
know.
a real odd gift.
It was real weird, and she thought it was the greatest gift she's ever received.
Where is she gonna put that in her house and why?
I don't
Guys,
know.
it was huge. It was like 16 by 20.
It was big.
Where are you putting that?
I don't know, but also, like, there's a good chance that you're never gonna see this person again. Why are we doing weird
There's
gifts like that?
there's a very good chance you're never gonna see this person
Right?
again.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't understand why they do that even in, like they do that in Married at First Sight too, like, it'll be, like, a weird
But at least they're married.
I know, but it's still even weird then. This is super weird.
Like, she puts that up, let's say she puts that over the fireplace at home. So, I'll be her and you be friend Rosie, okay? So, I'm
Okay.
Ellen, you're Rosie. "Oh, hi, Rosie, come on in."
"Oh, hey, Ellen. Oh, that's interesting photo. Who what is that all about?"
"Oh, well, one time I was on a game show
"Oh, a game show. Oh,
and
is that what kids are doing these days?"
and I was between pickleball matches, and I went on this game show,
"Oh.
and I tried to land myself a real hot 72-year-old guy,
Oh, goodness. Goodness
and
me, that had to be terribly difficult."
and I was competing with 15 other women.
15? I don't even that's crazy. But
Mhm,
wait, why is this on your mantle?
and I was sent home week 3.
Oh, so you must have had, like, a strong connection with this contestant. Tell me more about it. I mean, it's on the mantle. He must have, he must have a place in your family.
He's
What
married
is
to
the
some
family?
he's married to some bitch that looked like Kris Jenner now. I don't know
Oh,
what's going on.
no. Oh, I bet she made a good gabagool. If you
And
were
scene. But, like, how do you explain that to people?
you don't,
You
because
take
it's
that picture
psychotic.
and you throw it in the trash the minute you get it.
Or you put it in, like, a bin that goes into the basement
Right, stick it in the garage, never to be heard from again. Very good. Yes, yep.
that Charlie and Peyton will throw away at your funeral,
That's
right?
the first thing in the dumpster.
I can't laugh. Oh my god, I can't laugh.
Okay, now we're going to the rose ceremony, and Gerry comes
Ugh,
in and he's all emotional. He's ready to cry.
he
He's ready.
is. He's feeling all the feels.
And he's like, "Well, golly gee, this is tough because, I consider all of you as my pals, because that's what friends do." So
Oh.
he ends up sending home Natasha. Now let's talk about Natasha for a minute. So Natasha at the one-on-one, if you remember, or the surprise party, she hugged him
Mhm.
and he hugged her back and said she reminded him of his wife.
I do
So
remember that.
Natasha's probably like, "This guy's into me."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is she the one that did the chanting or the oh, she was the maniacal laugher.
Yes, yes.
I mean, that might have turned me off too.
That would turn me off too. And he sends home 2 others. I don't know who. I think he sends home Jeannie, and I
Yes.
think he sends home I don't know who else,
Peggy?
but a lot of people are gone.
Yeah.
Guys, this is gonna come down to unless there's, like, some kinda weird twist, I think this is gonna come down to Theresa and maybe Nancy.
Really?
He seems to really connect with those 2, but I called Edith from the get-go,
I
and I'm
see.
still
I
pulling
think
for my
Edith
girl
too.
Edith.
See, we haven't seen a ton of him with Edith yet.
True, true. We got a
Um,
long way to go here.
I know. So I'm still not sold. on anybody yet.
Okay. You're
I need
reserving
to
your
s
judgment.
yeah, because if he picks Theresa, I have a real problem with that.
Really?
I
Why?
don't like Theresa.
Oh, I
She
like her for
scares
him.
me.
She's very sweet. I know you think she looks like the Saw guy.
He really no, like, I'm actually like, her physical appearance frightens me a little bit. That's
I
a
think
really
sh
mean thing to say.
I think she's very sweet.
She is very sweet,
And
but
I
there is
I
something
think,
about her.
Billy and Tony in heaven are like or in hell, wherever they are.
I
I don't know
know.
what kinda guy Billy was. He might be in hell, who knows?
Who knows? I mean
Wherever their spirits are, I think they're gonna condone this courtship.
I'm sure.
Mhm, mhm. Condone is the right verb I need there, right? Yes. Condone means they
Yes.
approve.
Approve.
Yes. Okay. All right. So now Gerry starts to cry. Oh, I just love these women so much, Jesse. This is hard. And
Ah,
Jesse's like, "Are you okay, bud? You okay, Grandpa? You
I
all
know.
right? Let me give you a
I know.
little hug. Let me
He's
give
like,
you a little
"Someone get a chair. Someone get a chair.
hug."
We need a chair."
Honestly, some of these women are in better shape than me. So I'm not gonna come with the age
I
jokes at all.
I literally just started this podcast telling everyone I just had a hysterectomy and I'm busting stitches laughing. So clearly,
Yeah.
every one of these
Mhm.
women are in better shape than I am. So,
And we all know I'm emotionally unstable as I'm driving around in my car sobbing.
oh my lord.
All right, guys. So that's it. That's this episode. That's episode 2. I know these are short, but nothing's really happening yet.
Not yet.
So there's not much we could do. So tune in for our stellar coverage of Virgin River, which
Mm,
is just mwah, top-notch show this season.
sure
It's
is.
they have brought it, the ridiculousness, the awfulness. It's here. It's here,
Oh,
and
it's
we're
so
here for
great.
it.
We are.
Mhm.
We hope you are too.
Also, next week we're starting maths.
I know. I can't wait.
Did you watch anything yet?
No,
I didn't either.
I
I
can't
don't
wait
wanna
though.
watch it.
I know I
Like
don't either.
like I told you guys, I don't watch the matchmaking special unless there's some kind of discrepancy. Like the
I
girl who's
know.
hooked up with Jacob Marley, she might be like, "I didn't wanna hook up with a ghost." And
I
then I wanna
know.
go back to the matchmaking special and see if ghosts were in her,
In
you know,
her do not
"Do
add
not match
list?
me with."
I don't even know. I might watch it I've actually okay, so I've never watched the matchmaking special, but I think I might. I
I
wasn't
had
going to, but I think I might just for the sake of recording.
I told you I had to watch it when Mirla kept saying
Mirla,
she did not want a bald man,
I
and I
know.
had to go back, and sure enough, she did say that several times, and
I
they just
know.
ignored it.
So here's a question that I have, and maybe this is the wrong podcast for this question, but should they take those things into consideration? The
Yes.
experts, you think?
I think if somebody is that hung up on it,
Okay.
do you know what I mean? Like, why not? Why not? There's probably 10 like, is that the only person on earth who would match with her and he
I
happens to be
know.
bald?
I
Mm-mm.
know. I know.
No, I think it's
God,
like,
she
do you watch
was
Indian matchmaking?
I did, but I never finished it.
It's, the way that the matchmaker talks about people, like, you might get 70% of what you want, and that should be
Actually,
good.
it was not Indian. I watched a Jewish
Yeah,
matchmaking
there's Jewish
show.
matchmaker and
Yeah,
Indian
that's the one
matchmaker.
that I saw. I haven't seen
But
Indian.
Seema
I need
from
to see that.
Mumbai is, the Indian
Okay.
matchmaker, and she's always like, these people lay out on her impossible standards. She'll
Yeah.
be like, "What are you looking for?" Height of, like, 6'1" to 6'2",
Oh, no.
195 pounds. He has to have gray hair, he has to have a big nose, he has to have glasses, he has
Do
to have a
these
choker necklace, like, all these ridiculous
like,
things.
what part of this isn't a factory?
Right,
Like, we don't get to, like, assemble a human.
right.
It makes me a little bit crazy, though.
So
So,
Auntie
like
Seema will tell you, you get 60 to 70% and you're
okay.
happy, and that's it. So that's what I
Alright.
think Dr. Pepper maybe Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal need Auntie Seema on there, because she's like she's
Ooh.
tough. She's gonna tell you, you know.
See, but we need that.
Mhm, mhm.
We need that
We
on
do. That's the
maths for
crossover we never knew
sure.
we needed.
Ooh, you
Yeah.
might be onto something. I like that
All right,
idea.
guys. Again, we're doing so much work over here at Little Miss Recap. There's like 85 gazillion shows on the feed. Just go pick one, listen. And if you like what you're hearing, leave us a 5-star review. We appreciate that. And if you want to get in touch with us, you can email us. You can leave us a voicemail on our website,
Slide into my
littlemissrecap.com.
DMs,
Slide
Mirror.
into Steph's DMs.
Steph likes to when you slide it right into those DMs. I'm like,
Right through the
"Ooh,
back door into the
right,
DMs.
right through my back door."
All right, guys, and join our Facebook group. It's called
Oh,
Backdoor Friends. Link
and
is in the show notes.
it's a really good time.
It is a good time.
It is a
I
good
like it in
time.
there. I keep waiting for it to go horribly awry, but it hasn't yet.
Not yet. I mean, it will at some point. Like
will, and I'll have to-
every group does.
I know, and
It
I'll have to
just
put the
loves-
hammer down at some point, but
Yeah, but I mean,
so far
that's-
everybody's being respectful and following the rules. So
And I love
there
it.
we go. All right, Steph.
All right, man.
I love you. I'll see you
Love
later.
bones.
All
Love
right.
you.
Bye, guys. Thanks.